こんにちは。香川博史です。本を書いたりするときはね、山癖洋二というペンネームを使ってます。ブログも書いてますんで、ぜひご覧ください。さてと、今日のインタビューはですね、タイなんですね。いつもですね、インタビューをした後に解説したりもしてるんですけど、今日はあえて私が話したいことがあるんです。というのはね、今日の人は、ワンチャイさんという人なんです。この人はね、タイの中でずっと英語の教育をやっている人で、同時に、教育心理学の、権威でもある人なんですよね。つまりどういうことかと言ったら、今日本と非常に似たような状況、つまり英語のね、教育改革が必要だなと、タイでもいろいろと言われてて、そしていろんなことの最先端なことをやってる、先生なわけですよ。で、その人のね、話をね、これからどうやって英語を勉強したらいいのかなという話ね。それからまたは親御さんにとってはね、子供さんたちにどうやって英語を教えたらいいのかなという問題。それから現実のタイの教育事情。こういうことについてね、かなり詳しく突っ込んで話を聞いてみたんですね。で、コロナがあるから、なおさらね、今オンラインのエデュケーションになっているので、そのオンラインのエデュケーションの部分でも、教育心理学者としてね、面白いコメントを取ったりしたんです。一例を言いますとね、例えばね、引きこもりがちで、どちらかというとナイーブな子供たちっていうのは、オンラインの教育の方が向いていると。なぜかと言ったら、心を開きやすいと。そしてだんだんとですね、LINE とかいろんなSNS なんかを使いながらね、心を開いていく。つまり、不登校だとか、またはいじめにあった子供たちにとってはね、逆にオンラインの教育の方が適してるわけですよね。で、そこからだんだんと社会に戻っていく。そういうプロセスが踏めるのは非常にオンライン教育のいいとこだということを彼は言っています。またね、英語教育の中ではね、特にね、小さい時に自宅ではタイ語、そして学校では英語というふうにちゃんと分けてね、もう2歳ぐらいの時からね、英語をやっていった方がいいと。そしてスピーキングからやっていった方がいいと。要するにリーディングとかそちらの方ではなくて、ライティングとかリーディングではなくて、スピーキングの方からやっていった方が、子供たちが身につくだろうと。英語がね、それは高校生にとっても言えることだというようなことをね、話してくれてます。そういうことをね、字幕もついてますのでね、ぜひね、しっかりと見ていただくと、我々の日本の英語教育にも共通した課題が見えてくるかなと思います。じゃあ、ぜひご覧ください。
Hi, Wanchai.
Hi, hello. Yes, Hiroshi.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you. Yes,
Yeah,
nice
me
talking
too.
to you.
Exactly.
Nice talking to
We
you.
chat a week ago on the Zoom conference. So how is Bangkok right now? Talking about the pandemic.
Yes, right now, in the month of June, we had what we call the virtual classroom or online classroom.
I see.
With our children at Rosemary Academy. That's the school where I work. And we had the summer school online for 1 month in the month of June. And prior to that, when the school were closed down because of the pandemic, we conducted the online teaching to our children.
Interesting.
And once a week on Friday, the parent would be asked to come to pick up the learning material from the school for the following week. Okay, so we do both. We do online classroom, and then we provide materials because especially for the younger children, they need to have some material to work on at home.
Sure.
Yeah. So we were able to do it quite successfully. We were quite happy with what we did. Yes.
So what is a kind of a good thing about online teaching and the challenging things in online teaching? It is a new experience all over the world right now.
Yes, it's new experience for us. But we were able to prepare ourselves and set up the online teaching, in time, because we anticipate that school would be closed down when the viruses start to impact Thailand.
Yes.
In March.
Right.
So we prepare our online lessons. Okay, and we had the the ICT technician on board to help us. And so we create the online group with parents and children from preschool all the way to high school. And the good thing about that we have learned after the children have adjusted themselves, which they adjust quite fast. Because as you know, with technology, the children learn faster than adults. they are very, very good at it.
What the kind of age group it is? What kind of age group?
Start from 2-year-old all the way up to senior high school.
Senior high school. So everybody can adapt pretty soon.
Yeah, we have different groups. Okay, preschool, we have 3 groups for them by age. Okay, 2-year-old, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. Okay, and it's not a big group. Each group we have about 8 or 9 children.
I see.
Participating. Okay, with 1 teacher and 1 assistant helping each other. Okay. And then for the primary school, we have 2 groups. Lower primary, we have about 6 or 7 children.
I see.
And then upper primary, we have the same number. And then we have junior high students, grade 7 and 8. We have about 6 children. And then we have senior high school, we have about 12 children.
I see. So do you have any kind of tactics to, how can I say, keep their attention without having internet fatigue?
Yes, for the younger children, as you know, their attention span very long. So we need to use a lot of activities. Okay, we use art, we use music, and we use physical activities.
Okay.
Yeah. Besides the academic subject, we have to integrate the special subjects. Okay, that I had mentioned into the program, and that catch the children's attention. They really like the program because they look forward to by themselves. Okay, when times come at 9 o'clock, the class start from 9 to 12 for the summer.
How about the high school student?
High school student, they are more used to the program because for our senior high school study, we use what we call independent study program. It's a homeschool program adapted from the States to be used with our senior high school. So when they have to learn from home, it works very well with even with some students who would not do well in class because of some of the social anxiety problem.
Okay.
But they do so well online because they don't have to present themselves.
Oh, that's interesting point.
Yeah, physically. But they could participate all they can. And they do well. They produce a lot of work online, which is amazing, which is quite amazing to us.
So in that case, even a kind of a student who has a mental problem, by using the internet, it might be better for them to open their mind.
Yes, because they don't have as much anxiety as when they are physically in the class. You see, some of the children with special needs, with social anxiety particularly, they are quite anxious in the classroom, even though in the small class size that we have, which we provide attention to them more than in the regular school. Okay,
so that case,
but still, but still, online work seems to work better for them. That's what we have found out.
Interesting, very interesting. But in that case, you have to create some kind of bridges to the socializing later on.
Well, they know each other, so they send messages to each other in the line group that we created for them.
I see. Then
they like that part.
Gradually they open. I see.
Yeah, before the teachers start the lesson each day, they would have a session in the beginning, what we call socialization. Okay, so they would come in and talk to each other first, and then the teacher would come in and then conduct the class.
I see. Well,
it works quite nicely.
I have a question, like particularly generally speaking, including Japanese, Asian people really, they are not like American, like they are not talkative. They're more reserved. And to learn English, of course, they need to learn to be more like interactive. Do you have any comment about the method of teaching?
Yes. In Thailand, okay, the studying of English it has not been successful nationwide. Okay,
tell me
why. Because even though the children start learning English since kindergarten, okay, and they all keep learning every year, all the way through high school. So when they go to university, they cannot communicate well in English. Yes, that's what we find out. Except a few who have special interest in learning English, then they can also, of course, communicate quite well, okay, in university level.
I understand.
So the nature of learning English in Thailand, may I give you a little bit of the background information about that. We have 3 choices for parents in Thailand to learn. One is Thai schools, okay? Of course, Thai school is good for many families because the fee is low, okay? But in terms of learning English, it's not so successful, like I said, okay? So we have the second choice for them is called bilingual schools, okay? Bilingual school. Do you have that in Japan?
Well,
bilingual school.
Yeah, we have some, like particularly open to the kids coming back from the abroad, something like this.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now for choice number 2, okay, bilingual school. It's good in the way that they have good prestige, okay, socially, and the fee are still quite affordable by many families. Okay, the level of English is a little higher than in Thai schools.
I understand.
Because they teach English and they teach Thai. But the drawback of the bilingual school is that since they teach the same context in Thai language and in English language, so it's repetition. So that's resulting in this interest. The student would get bored because they learn the context 2 times.
I see.
So that's the drawback. Now, choice number 3 is international schools. Okay, and we have so many international schools in Thailand.
Wow.
More than we need. More than we need now. Okay. Now, the benefit of international school is, of course, they have high prestige. Okay, but the fee are very expensive. Rich people cannot afford. Not many families can afford that. Okay, only the very, very high income families can afford, or mostly would be the expat. Okay, the embassy, people and people from the big companies coming to Thailand. So the company pay, not paid by the parent. Now, the good thing about international school is about learning the skill of English language, because they are taught in English all day long. So their level of English proficiency is high, of course. Okay, but the drawback is that they might lose the fluency in the Thai language because they don't use Thai language at all.
So advantage and the disadvantage. I see.
Yeah. But the parents substitute that by having after school tutoring in Thai.
I understand.
So that they can keep both language going.
I understand.
So those are the 3 choices.